Building successful product operations isn't just about processes and frameworks. It's about mastering the art of communication and relationship building that transforms how your entire organization works. I'm Ross Webb, and after years leading product teams at Amazon, Just Eat, and beyond, I've discovered that product operations leaders who excel at communication don't just connect teams, they fundamentally change how value flows through organizations. Now, today, four pioneering product ops leaders reveal their battle tested approaches to communication that will take your product ops to the next level. This episode is brought to you by Productboard, the leading product management platform trusted by customer centric organizations like Zoom, Salesforce, and Autodesk. And for over a decade, Productboard has helped product leaders build the right products faster by mastering the voice of the customer. And their end-to-end platform seamlessly connects every stage of product development, from gathering customer insights to planning roadmaps and aligning stakeholders, all in one source of truth. And now, with Productboard Pulse, their new voice of the customer solution, you can leverage AI to analyze customer feedback trends and accelerate your product career through data-driven decisions. And remember, the awesome Graham Reed and I will be diving deeper into these product ops communication strategies in an exclusive webinar with Productboard on April the 22nd, 2025. The link is in the description below. Don't miss this awesome opportunity to elevate your product ops communication skills. Now, coming up in this episode, Graham Reed reveals why audience-led communication transforms product ops effectiveness. Justin Woods demonstrates how roadmaps become powerful communication alignment tools. Anna Peterson breaks down how to handle inevitable pushback when introducing change. Then Ray Carvill shares insights on building trust across organizational levels. And finally, Denielle shares how authentic interactions create productive partnerships. Now, starting off with you, Graham, I know you're super passionate about communication in product ops. Could you share why taking an audience-led approach is so critical for product operations success?
Yeah, as my passion project in terms of communication and making sure, facilitating, enabling our teams to be communicating well with value. So, what are we communicating and why? Communication as a basic function is about imparting or receiving information from one place to another. If you think about communication, nearly everything that you do when you're talking or whatever is either asking a question or responding to a question. You are imparting or receiving information. And what we need to start thinking about, particularly from product management sense, is actually that information that we're giving to questions or even those unasked questions. So what's coming next? What value is our audience going to get? And what will they be able to understand? If we're talking to salespeople, for example, product managers will want to riff on all the fabulous work that they have done. They will want to celebrate the work that they and their engineers and their designers have done. Talk about lots of complicated things, lots of back-end work that's been super impactful, super difficult, time-consuming to do. And sales can do what with that? With all due respect to everybody involved, sales don't understand, care about most of this stuff. Because actually, what can they do with that information? What can they do to go to their partners, to their customers, to their potential customers and go, hey, our engineering team did all of this and they saved so much time. They removed all these lines of code or they did all this wonderful stuff. In nearly every circumstance, customers aren't going to care either. So actually through that chain, what value has been imparted that people can actually use? We are in an age of a business whereby we are also busy and focused on delivering what I call our primary business goal. Sales, fundamentally selling things. Marketing, fundamentally converting sales, getting inquiries in. Engineers, fundamentally writing lines of code. They're focused on all of these things. We have to start thinking about how do we ensure that they are still focused on those things and the information that we impart helps them with that. How do we be what I call very audience-led in our communications? How do we think about what they need, what they can understand, not what we want to tell them? So we think about it in their terms. We think about the level of technical language that they could understand. We think about how positive a message we want to be putting forward, how energized, how we are being about our product or service. That gets them excited about this. It could be a very boring feature that we've just released. But if we tell it in the right way, we can make this exciting. We can get them excited about it. And if they're excited about it, not only are they likely to understand it, they're more likely to ask questions, more get enthused about it, but they're going to carry that enthusiasm to their teams, to their customers, to their departments. And that trickles on through. Our language is very important. Who we're communicating, because being aware of who we're communicating to is very important. There are tools that allow us to do this as well. There are tools that allow us to have these product updates, whether it uses AI or not, but then to be able to split this message out to the right teams with the right message page. Here is a product, I'm going to put it out, and everybody around the business has got to get on with it. And they've got to try and unpick what all the value is for them. Or we write this super long single update or announcement is full of words and different things. So we're covering all bases. In my opinion, this just doesn't work anymore. We, as modern businesses, have to be much focused on what our audience in product needs to hear and wants to hear. And Product Ops does help our product teams do that, to be thinking along those terms.
What I love about that perspective, Graham, is how it shifts focus from what we want to say to what others need to hear. I think that's a game changer for product operations effectiveness. Now, Justin, over to you. You bring fascinating insights about roadmaps as communication tools. How should product ops teams approach road mapping to improve organizational alignments?
I think one of the most important things when considering that is to think about your audiences. From my perspective, road mapping is a communication alignment tool. It's communication alignment between you, the roadmap owner, and your various audiences. It's vital to understand those and empathize with them. One of the ways that we can do this is to have transparent road mapping access. So creating a single version of truth, but then multiple views of that information to give each of your audiences exactly what they want. You can use modern road mapping tools for that roadmap visibility. It's great. There's lots of different tools. Productboard is one. All of these are built around having a single version and then being able to share it out with people. I think the other thing is around audience-centric road mapping. So your roadmap is not about you. It's really about your audience and what decisions you want from them. Getting a bit of process around this and engaging your audience with regular roadmap briefings, quarterly reviews, but provide each audience what they need to know. Your go-to-market teams are going to want to be fed with what's coming up and what does it mean for our audience, not what is the technological benefit that we're bringing. So making it specific to those audience is vital, but also understanding what do you need back from them? What does that audience need from you in terms of the information you supply them? But what do you need back? Do you need buy-in? Do you need alignment? Do you need funding? Those sorts of things. The other part is proactive communication. Too many times the roadmap is a one and done, put into a SharePoint at the beginning of the year, and then everyone goes back to doing what they were doing from the rest of the year. And I think what's important is to have that proactive communication. Use your roadmap as a living document to share updates with your audience. Tell them what is in progress. Tell them tell them what the level of confidence is that you're working on. So you're really engaging people and getting them to understand that the document is a charter of communication between you. We want to contextualize it with, this is just a roadmap. It's not exactly a delivery plan of what we're going to do. So I think the roadmap README to set the context makes sense. Tell them what you're going to tell them, and then tell them what you told them. People miss this all the time. Many people think that because we've sent the document, people have digested it and understood it. Replaying it over and over again is important. And then the other part is getting the feedback at the end of it. What did you think? If a roadmap is about communication and alignment, then you need to make sure that it actually communicated and aligned. Some of the best roadmaps that I've seen are where they've evolved over time. We've tried different visualizations of that roadmap in order to decouple some stakeholders from maybe timeframes and timelines, and actually told them more around what was important, which is customer impact and delivery to strategy. So totally initial context, tell them what you're going to tell them, and then the feedback at the end to see if it landed.
That's brilliant as always, Justin. Treating roadmaps as living communication tools rather than static documents completely transforms their effectiveness. Now let's talk about handling the inevitable challenges. Anna, you've mentioned that pushback is inevitable when introducing changes? How should product ops leaders prepare for and respond to resistance?
Yeah, so we started with a couple of folks on the team, and then just ended up like kind of moving folks around and growing the team. So we really outlined, okay, what are the problems to solve? So as we kind of scaled our product ops team, I took my product management hat and was like, all right, what's our strategy for product ops? What does it mean here? So outlined, here are the key pain points that I hear from product managers and product designers all day long. Here are the things we really need to focus on. Here are the business metrics, and then crafted a strategy. And so we kind of outlined those pillars for us and our business of like, okay, we need partnership in the ops side. We need that operational excellence side of things. We really need a strong voice of customer. That's a huge thing for our business. And it's something that like I love as a product manager is like getting close with your customers. And so being able to build out the voice of customer framework. And then the other things that really like felt more product operations, and with my product management background, the design system also felt really natural, as well as some of our tools to help us train our customers as well. So we kind of defined those 4 pillars, and then it was finding the right folks for each of those roles. So who's the right product ops person? So we ended up hiring for both of our operational excellence and voice of customer roles, and have found they've both been here for almost a year now, which is great. They've made a huge impact since joining our business. And then we had, existing product manager who ended up moving into the design system role, who was really strong. And again, kind of built out that function and through a product manager for that training kind of side of the house as well. So I'd say like for us, in terms of building it out, it was like first creating a compelling reason for why do we have product ops and what are they going to work on? What do they mean at our business? And then like finding the right team to like staff those out and operationalize it. We've got about 40 teams, I think, off the top of my head, across our, product management. So we've got about like, I think 80 folks across our product management and product design space to support about 40-ish teams.
Thanks, Anna. That's absolutely fascinating. Now, Ray, you focus on the organizational impact of relationships. How does building trust across different levels transform product ops effectiveness?
So there's, and it's probably a little bit of the flatness of a startup, but everybody on our team talks to and interfaces daily with other team members. Like, we're not successful unless we're helping other teams, right? The company doesn't get value unless we can interface with everybody from the CEO to, the billing analyst to, product folks to engineering folks. Like, if that doesn't happen, you can't realize the value, I think, of products, right? Like it really is a glue type organization where, and it's probably not applicable for every team at every organization, but at least for like engineering and product and business, any client facing team, like you need those 3, and you need to build and forge and foster relationships, not just at the VP level, not at the mid manager level, but like top to bottom, right? If you don't have your business analysts or the people actually doing the work or doing the majority of the work comfortable interfacing with those folks, then you're not going to be successful because you're going to miss opportunity.
That's a really powerful point about establishing trust vertically through the organization, Ray. Now, Denielle, you take a very personal approach to relationship building. How do you create authentic connections that really drive results?
Honestly, it really comes down to being a genuine person, to be honest. And that seems like a very common sense thing to do. But I think depending on the size of your company, it's so easy to get caught up in the bureaucracy and the politics of things that you're just, most people might think about, what do I need for my team to succeed? And you kind of naturally go into these discussions trying to see what they can do for you. I don't like that approach. I get why that approach is useful, but it's not really core to who I am as a person. As a person, I don't ever want my career to be not indicative of who I am as an individual. And by that, I mean I have certain principles. I don't like small talk for the sake of small talk. If I ask you a question as an introvert, that means I'm actually genuinely interested in the answer. I will not ask questions I'm not interested in knowing about. And I try to apply that with work, right? And building relationships. When I have introductions with new partners. And I've been doing this a while. Obviously, that's evolved over time. I went from, as a young manager of CX, going from, I really need to advocate for my team. And I really need to make sure that you do something to help me promote my team and get this visibility, to now, I'm very confident in what I have to deliver. I'm very confident in what my team can deliver, what value we can have. I think there's a synergy here. Here's what we can do, but let me understand your pain points. What does your day look like? What does your work look like? Where are the gaps, right? Because right now my team supports probably three different product teams in 3 different areas that have very different operational structure, different way they're launching stuff. Some are more mature than others, some are tracking more than others. So it's never going to be a one-size-fit-all approach in the services that we provide. And it's always under the understanding of, hey, this is a partnership. Whether that's something tangible, like I do something for you, you do something for me, or let's just have a thought partnership and discuss.
I love how Denielle's perspective brings us back to the human element of product operations. When we approach relationships with genuine curiosity and empathy, we create partnerships that deliver far more value than transactional connections ever could. Now, for product leaders looking to put these communication principles into practice, Productboard offers a powerful solution. Productboard is the dedicated product management platform that helps teams capture customer feedback, prioritize what to build next, and align everyone around the product roadmap, turning communication challenges into strategic advantages. And mastering communication relationships in product ops isn't just a nice to have, it's essential for creating organizational impact. From Graham's audience-led approach to Justin's living roadmaps, Anna's preparation for Pushback, Ray's trust building across levels, and Denielle's authentic product partnership strategies. You now have a toolkit for transforming how your product ops function delivers value. And remember, Graham Reed and I will be diving deeper into these product ops communication strategies in an exclusive webinar with Productboard on April the 22nd. The link is in the description below. Don't miss this opportunity to elevate your product ops communication skills. And if you found value in today's insights, subscribe and join us for more product leadership wisdom. And for more on building effective product operations, watch our comprehensive Product Ops Playbook episode right here. From me, Ross Webb, until next time, bye for now.